Hey guys, today I'm filming my fall makeup must-haves. I have filmed this video on my channel every season for the past several years. I really love doing these, and I'm going to be mentioning products for eyes, cheeks, lips, and nails. For nails, I'm actually just going to show you all the polishes laid out on the floor and go over them instead of holding them up here. Hopefully that's fine. I'm doing that for the first time this year, possibly. And I will be mentioning some things in this video that are limited edition or discontinued. That is not to rub it in your face. It is to remind you to pull them out of your collection if you have them. And I am truly letting you know the things that I will be using this fall. So this is going to be a long video. I'm just going to jump on in. And I actually am filming this for the second time because I decided that I wanted to switch up some of the makeup products and I wasn't just like loving how I was feeling in that video. So we're doing it again. Hopefully it goes better today. And I actually switched up a lot of eye products. I have so many favorites for fall because I love warm neutrals, eyes, cheeks, lips, and nails. Very stereotypical with the type of shades that I like. And I have so many in my collection. But I'm not gonna have time to get to all of them this year. So I really wanted to focus on the things that I was really interested in. So I have a whole other pile over there of Anastasia palettes, ColourPop, Too Faced Gingerbread Spice, Colored Rain, Safari Rain, like some really beautiful palettes over there. But looking at these, I feel very excited to use them. Some of the products I'm featuring here, I've not actually used yet, but I will be reviewing them for you guys in a monthly makeup roundup for either September, October, or November. So all of that blabbering aside, let's start with eye products. I have a bunch of ColourPop Super Shock shadows that I love as well. Pretty sure all of them are not available anymore. ColourPop hates me. But I've got some other eyeshadows that I was even more excited to use. I have two of the Hourglass Scattered Lights shadows. I've not worn either of these. I know. So this first one is Blaze. It's a really pretty copper color, but it has like an orange base to it. It's a little more muted. Some other, well, it almost has some red in there. I feel like some coppers can be like very yellow base, very orangey, and this one's like a little bit more subtle with its undertones. And then I have Rapture, which is the more red tone shade, but again, this is like a little bit more muted. It's not so bright, so red. And then I have four of the Tarte Chrome Paint Shadow Pots, which are my favorite single shadows. They're so incredible. And I don't know if these would be discontinued or not because they've been on sale a lot recently. But the first shade I want to actually compare to Rapture from Hourglass, this is Firedancer. This is a really intense red. It has like an orange flash to it. And here's Rapture in comparison. So definitely more subtle with its redness, if you will. So I'm glad that they're different enough since I've got them both. Next, I have a limited edition shade from a fall collection a few years ago. And this is caramel apple, however you say it. And this is like a coppery rose gold color. Both of these are in the new packaging, so they're broken. This old packaging may have been bulky, but it was sturdy, so. Anyways, I digress. Next is my favorite shades of all time. This is Park Avenue Princess, which is like a bronzy copper color. All of these are very foiled on the lids, but this shade in particular is like wet. It looks incredible. And I love pairing this with the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. Just one of my favorite looks ever. Then I don't think I've worn this one either. This is Martini. It is a golden olive shade. My friend Jean has sent this one to me. Right up my alley. I love olive eyeshadows. So if I can get the lid on, now we're moving on to palettes. I have a bunch, but first I've got three mini palettes from Natasha Denona. I have not used any of these yet. I know. This is Natasha Denona Mini Star Palette. Natasha Denona Cranberry Palette, which was on sale half off at Sephora a couple weeks ago, so definitely check your store and see if maybe this will come back in stock online. And then we have the Peak palette, which was a BoxyCharm exclusive, but all of these shades come from various large palettes from her. We have 4 mattes and 1 shimmer. Then I have a bunch of big palettes as well. What I'm wearing on my eyes today is the ColourPop and Raw Beauty Christie at Forest Sight palette. So you have got 2 shimmers in this palette and the rest are mattes. These mattes and the shimmers perform so well. I've worn this 3 times so far, super impressed. And then also from ColourPop, we have the first Hocus Pocus palette called Gather Round Sisters, and this is available again at ColourPop and Ulta. I haven't used this one yet. So excited to. It's in my makeup basket for this month. Then this is like a really wonderful like wearable neutral palette that I think would be pretty for fall and winter, but I've pulled it here for fall. And this is the Persona Identity 1 palette. The 2 has a lot of jewel tones that would be pretty for fall as well. I just don't have that one. Haven't tried that yet. I know, we're like, most of these I haven't tried, but we're gonna get to one that I've tried and loved. We're not there yet. So the next one is the Sigma Warm Neutrals palette. I love Sigma's formula. I want to collect like all of their palettes this size. But this one looks so beautiful. I know it's kind of a revamp of like their smaller palette that they had previously. Then this is a palette I previously thought I would like in winter because of this burgundy packaging, but like the colors are mostly warm tones. There's only a couple burgundies and they're still very red. They're not super pink. So I will get better use out of this in the fall. This is the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. This is what it looks like. Have you guys seen the palette she's releasing this year? What do you think? I didn't want it initially because it's pretty cool tone and there's a couple gray tone shades in there which I don't like on me. But then Dupe That swatched it and now I feel like I have to have it. I know. Now I feel like I'm just gonna collect Huda's large palettes. But here we go. Here's my favorite palettes of all time. The Huda Beauty Desert Dusk. First off, she's beautiful. I love this packaging. I love the magnetic closure. I prefer this packaging over this one. And I think this may have been discontinued, which like why? This is incredible. Look at these shades. They're so good. The shimmer formula in here I like better than any of her other shimmers. She tries to do these like marble shades now and like I don't think the formula is near as like thick and juicy and creamy and metallic as the ones in this palette. Next I have a new palette to me I'm so excited to use. This is the Sydney Grace and Temptalia collaboration. This is the On the Horizon palette, the light version. And this has like some more fun shades for me as well. And then the last palette is the Lunar Beauty Moonspell. I love all the names in here. I love so many of these movies and TV shows of these witches. He did release a new palette which looks pretty as well, but I wish it had one less row because a lot of the shades look very similar. So I feel like it could have been more impactful with only 15 shades, but who am I, girl? Who am I? Love this palette so much. So those are all of the eye palettes that I'm choosing to feature. Now moving on to cheeks, I have so many products. And I used to have so few bronzers that I would have like a specific bronzer, contour, highlight for each season. Now I have too many, so I have several for each season. I would be lucky if I could get down to 12 of each to have just one for each month, but there's too many things I want to try. But I have 3 bronzer favorites to feature. The first is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. This is a really great light color for me. It's looking very like pretty cool tone in the pan, but I don't know, it doesn't look that cool tone on me. Although right now I'm using a deluxe size sample that looks like a little different from this full size. I don't know, but love the formula and it smells delish. Then the next one is the Fenty Sun Stalkr Bronzer in Shady Biz. It is the second lightest shade in the range. This one is a little bit more warm tone. And then the third bronzer is the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Capri Coast. This one has a little bit of shimmer. This is also the second lightest shade in the range. Again, a more warm tone, which is what I like, warm without being orangey. The bronzers I wear in the summertime, I'm a little okay with them being like more warm. Then my go-to contour would be the Bobbi Brown Bronzer in Medium. I find that this one to be a little bit more red tone, but not too much. I really cannot wear red tone bronzers like the Anastasia ones, very red. Then we have my highlighters. These are all more yellow tone champagnes. I'm not going to really like describe each of them because that's basically what they all are. First is Becca's Vanilla Quartz. For any of the Becca products, definitely check out TJ Maxx. I've seen a lot there recently and for good prices. Then I have theBalm Mary LouManizer. I have like a little mini, but this was one of my first highlights and I hit pan on it back in the day. This is something that I'm still testing out. This is a Nabla Skin Glazing in Ozone. A lot of people love this formula. I'm not fully convinced I love this, but I think I just need to play with some different brushes. Then I have what I'm wearing today. This is from Jack & Cosmetics. This is Sparks. And this is actually a bit more yellow tone than the others. So I would really say this shade would look best on people that have a warm undertone, most likely. Then if you're wanting something really blinding, this is Benefit Cookie. One of my favorite formulas. I would love for Benefit to release more shades because this formula is incredible. So the base color is not too light, but the reflect is very light, a little icy. So just be careful with that one. Then my other favorite formula is Ofra, and this is Star Island. This is one of the shades that is mixed with the Pink Pillow Talk in Samantha March's duo. Then for blush, so many here. I have 3 cream to powder options. I'm an oily skin person that likes a lot of face powder, so I can't wear every old cream blush, but these formulas work so well for me. This first one is the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Blush and Blurred Buff. This is the nude shade. They have a pink, peachy coral, mauve, and nude, so one for every season for me. Then this was limited edition. I feel like all Kiko products are limited edition. This is the only Kiko thing I have. My friend Amanda sent this to me a couple years ago. It's a Rebel Bouncy Blush in Velvety Peach. So nice. Like, this is truly a bouncy blush. Then we have a formula that so many people love. This is the only shade I have. This is the MAC Glow Play Blush in Blush Please. It's a really beautiful burnt shade, but because this formula can be built up, it isn't too intense on me. Then so many gorgeous blushes here. I'm gonna start with my go-tos, my faves, my MAC blushes. This first one is the Mineralized Blush in Warm Soul. Y'all, this is the OG version. It is old, it is dusty. I don't care, I'm keeping this forever because it is different. Then I've got some MAC Pan blushes here. This is another of my OG favorites. This is Melba. It's a really pretty, like, neutral peach shade. I want to show you these 3 beside each other because they're similar but different. Next is Cantaloupe. This is like a peachy tan. So you can see this has a lot more of like a tan base, and this one looks a lot brighter in comparison. Then we have a blush that's newer to me. I haven't used it yet. It is Gingerly, and this has even more tan in it in comparison. And it looks like a matte finish blush, which I love the satins and the mattes from MAC. So excited to try Gingerly. Then I also have a Sheer Tone Shimmer Blush that I kind of bought an impulse. I wish I would have bought this in a pan version so it could have gone in my palette, like, ugh. But this is Peach Twist. This would be really pretty for summer or fall. I have to be very careful with this because I'm fair, but if you have a tan complexion, this would be so beautiful. So I'm excited to play with that shade a little bit more. Then while they're right here in my face, I've got a couple of duos that I want to test out. This one is from Sigma's holiday collection last year. It has Corday Rosa blush, which I have in their larger palette. I bought this before the large palette came out. And then we have their highlighter in Gilded, which is, again, a light warm tone champagne. Looks so pretty. Then I have a Jouer blush duo in Adore. This color looks very light, but this color looks so beautiful. I bought this because of Christy Kellum. If you guys follow her, you probably know that's her favorite blush. Then so many good ones here. Some, at first I'm gonna show you the ones that I've tried and I've loved, and then I've got a couple of like new ones I'll be testing. So first is Becca's Mineral Blush in Songbird. Very, very pretty on the cheeks. I have to be very light-handed with this. Becca blushes are super pigmented. Then I've got some Tarte blushes. I'm gonna open them all up side by side to show the differences. So these are the Amazonian Clay blushes. This one is the most different. This is B-Day Bay. It's definitely brighter, peachier. I like this because, like Melba, it's a little brighter, whereas some of these other ones are a little bit more like tan based. Then the other two I have would be Seduce and Risque. Very similar. This one's a little rosier. This one's a little bit more warm tone. You don't need them both, but I have them both. I ain't mad at myself for that. Next is another one I have to be very light-handed with. This is Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Warm Honey. I don't like the shimmer side. I just like the matte side. Then this is one that I've used, but I want to use more. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Everlasting Blush in Honeysuckle. Very light. It's really pigmented, but very light and like tan based. Then this one is a little richer. This is the Persona Super Blush in Terracotta. I love Georgia so much. I'm excited to wear this, even though it's marketed for like medium skin tones. I'm gonna wear it. And then I have the M Cosmetics Heaven's Glow in Faded Clementine, which looks so beautiful. And I definitely want to try this like now, so I can decide if I want to get the other shades from their Black Friday sale. I have a very large M Cosmetics wish list. So next we have lip products. I have so many things here. Here are the swatches. Most of these are peachy nudes. You can see I've got some dark shades here, but mostly light peachy nudes, which is again what I love to wear. So we will start with more bullet lipsticks. I have 6 products, 4 that are more sheer and have a shine to them, and then 2 that are more full color and more of like a satin matte finish. So first will be 2 products that I'm going to be testing head to head, and this is actually my first time swatching them. I'm very impressed with this. This is a Rare Beauty Dewy Balm in Thankful. This has way more pigment than I thought. This is a deluxe size sample, by the way. It's definitely enough product for me to decide if I like it or not. Then I have a Persona E-Balm, and this is in the nude shade Meditate. I'll show you the swatches after I show you all the products. Then I have 2 MAC lipsticks in the Luster finish. This first one is Patisserie, which is a really beautiful peachy neutral shade. Not too pale, which is nice. Then we've got Hug Me, which is a brown, but when you swatch it out, it has much more of a peachy undertone to it. It's not so brown, thankfully, because I don't like brown lip products on me. Then I have a little mini Charlotte Tilbury lipstick in the classic shade Pillow Talk. I really like this formula and color. I want to use it up before I purchase it, but I purchase it. It's so awesome. Then this is something that is old. This is going to be my last year that I use this, and then I'm going to want to repurchase it in the new version, which is the Tarte Lippy Lingeries. This is the old version. It is the exposed shade of their matte Lip Surgeons pencil. I love this. Mine is real beat to heck looking. The packaging is sticky, but I love this. It's a super comfortable matte formula, fully opaque. Love the shade. So this is Rare Beauty, Persona, MAC Patisserie, MAC Hug Me, Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, and Tarte Exposed. Then we have my liquid lipsticks. I have several here. I have 4 from Too Faced, 5 from Dose of Colors, and then 1 Ofra, 1 NARS. My Dose of Colors are like my prized possessions. I just love Dose so much. It's definitely my favorite formula. It's the most comfortable. And these come in a frosted packaging, so you'll be able to see the colors better in the swatches. But right here I have Truffle and Nude Mood. So hopefully you can see Truffle is a little bit more pink while Nude Mood's a bit more peach. Then this is a velvet lip from the Desi and Katie collection, although this is different from their current velvet lips, which are like a mousse. This is just a thinner liquid. So beautiful. I really love that shade. It's more of like a muted orange nude. Very pretty. Then we've got 2 vampy shades for me. This is Mondays and this is Mood. So this is like a muted maroon color, while actually I need to look at a color chart to see the difference between maroon and burgundy, but very similar. This one is darker, has a little bit more like purple in it. Very pretty though. So here we've got Truffle, Nude Mood, My Main, Mondays, and Mood. And then the swatches next to it are my randos. So that would be the Ofra Long Lasting Lipstick and Sandy Belle. I really like that shade. And then I have a NARS Power Matte Lip Pigment in American Woman. It's a really unique color. This formula is like straight liquid, so you can't have this sitting on its side to pull the wand out or product will literally fall out, but it's very comfortable. So here is Ofra Sandy Bell and NARS American Woman. I don't know if you can tell that this has bled into the lines on my hand, so definitely a lip liner with that one. Then I have 4 holiday shades from the Too Faced Melt and Matte collection. These 2 were in a set, and that would be Hot Buttered Rum and Pumpkin Spice. Then I have a mini Gingerbread Man, which is darker, more orange. Then I've got Gingerbread Girl, which is orange, but like with a little red in there as well. You can tell those are all like basically like gradients. It's definitely Hot Buttered Rum that I wear the most. So here are the swatches: Hot Buttered Rum, Pumpkin Spice, Gingerbread Man, Gingerbread Girl. Then we've got my glosses, 5 from Buxom, 1 from NARS. I have 1 Buxom full lip polish. I don't have too many of these because I prefer the cream formula, but this is my favorite. I've repurchased it I've repurchased it once. This is Sandy. It's a really pretty peachy nude. I love wearing this over top of that Tarte exposed lippy. Then we've got 4 lip creams. This little mini is Hot Toddy. It's a really pretty like brownie pink. I love pairing this over top of the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. Then I have 2 that were limited edition from last year. You might be able to find these at TJ Maxx. I haven't seen them yet, but some people have. This more pinky shade is Spiked Apple Cider. The more warm tone one is Pumpkin Spice Latte. Then I have a limited edition shade from a set. This one is called Sugar Drop, and this one is a little bit more cool tone in comparison, which is very unique. And then the last one I have is a NARS Velvet Lip Glide in the shade Swing, which is a really pretty tan color, and this definitely has more of like a medium to full opacity compared to the others, which are like a light medium. So the swatches have already bled a bit, but we have got Buxom Sandy, Buxom Hot Toddy, then Spiced Apple Cider. I always mix it up. Pumpkin Spice Latte. What's that color called? Sugar Drop, and then NARS Swing. So like I said, very similar shades here, but all formulas that I love and that I'm excited to wear. Here are my polishes. So sorry if this is a little bit shaky. I am really trying to get this video up tomorrow. So this is how we're doing this. I have so many fall polishes. I'm not going to be able to get to all of these. So I definitely wanted to prioritize the ones that were new to me. And there's actually just one that's Lights Lacquer Emma, and I've already worn that one. So all of these polishes are worn, tried and true for me. So I have a bunch from KL Polish, Lights Lacquer, 90 Lacquer, and then some randoms, Zoya 9 Nails Ink, and OPI. So we're going to get closer and go over all the shades. So sorry for the reflection. So starting with these KL Polish creams: Peanut Butter, Caramello, Taurus, Miami Fever, Havana Nights, and Chloe is the olive. Then we have my KL Polish Metallics: Ocean Drive, Princess Penny, Medusa, Mother of Dragons, Leo, and Prince Cornelius. Then my Lights Lacquer polishes are Girl Power, Emma, 11, Cold Turkey, and Jeffa. So KL Polish is Kathleen Light's old brand. Lights Lacquer is her new brand. 90 Lacquer is a brand created by JessFace90, who has an amazing YouTube channel and blog and Instagram. And these shades are Maple, Decay, Mulled Wine, Turkey Coma, and Igneo Pebblet. Then we have Zoya's Bevan, Wednesday, and Nails Ink Caffeine Hit and Chai Latte. Then the last two here, I can't remember the name of this. This is OPI Ginger Bells, which is like an old limited edition shade I got from eBay. And then we have OPI Worth a Pretty Penny. So these are all of my fall polishes. So guys, those are all my fall makeup must-haves. Like I said, I have other fall products, specifically shadows, that I left out. But I'm so glad I refilmed this video. I feel better about it. My hair looks better, believe it or not. I know it doesn't look that great. And I just feel more excited about like the palettes specifically. Like, definitely stay tuned for my monthly makeup roundup reviews for these next 3 months, because I can't wait to get back to you on many of these products. So I would love to hear what type of colors you reach for in the fall time, and what are your must-have fall products. You guys know I have a large collection, but I love to still bring in new things, and I just love to chat with you guys. So please leave me some feedback in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.